On July 12th, the Hood River City Council talked about how they should enforce emergency declarations made by the city.
It's really a clarification type cleanup ordinance. The civil enforcement chapter of our municipal code kind of creates a catch-all enforcement mechanism for any violation of the municipal code and also any city rule resolution that is made with the city's regulatory authority. What the civil enforcement chapter doesn't do is explicitly state emergency declarations.
I appreciate staff pointing this out. It does seem to me to be something that we should do. If I'm understanding their situation, we pass these emergency declarations, but the back end of the code doesn't tie the ability to actually write a citation because there's no code that says this is actually a violation. So our most important emergency situations where we're trying to make sure we don't have folks coming to the hotels or COVID or if there's a fire, there actually isn't that back end positive law to actually enforce. So it's just connecting that possibility to our code.
Help us understand the process. Take example, the fireworks over the weekend. If there were individuals that were using fireworks, can you explain this that took place as far as the education and what that looks like?
The funny thing is, Gladys, we as in Chief Damien and I both talked about that. It necessarily wasn't having to be law enforcement to respond. Leonard actually had individuals available to also respond to those calls that were potential nuisance fireworks. When I say nuisance fireworks, those that were banned, completely legal and illegal ones. So either his agency or our agency, we had the ability to go out and respond to them. And again, it was an educational, just contacting, letting them know that there was a ban and please just continue to use those for the safety of the community. So.
And do you find that for the most part, there's compliance or is there hesitation? And if there is hesitation, then what would the next situation? What's the next process?
Well, when you say hesitation, our initial contact, we believe that there is compliance and we actually will leave. We wouldn't cite someone right then and there. We would let them know that if we continue to return, that's when you would potentially have to cite someone. When kind of like Will had stated, if the educational part doesn't kind of orchestrate or they agree to, that's when you take the next step.
And what would happen? What would happen if you were out there and you were enforcing this emergency declaration provision, and you said, "Well, it's a ban. You're not supposed to use fireworks," and then somebody were to continue to use them? What would happen then?
Yeah, if someone is not complying, there is a point that we will have to write a citation. This is a lot like, I know it's a little more extreme, but year round we have the noise complaints with the loud music and such places that have venues. We try to do several times of compliance before we actually get to the point of that. But that's noise. I mean, this is a situation that we're dealing with fire, so we're probably going to be a little more strenuous due to the dry conditions and such. Mm-hmm. If you're ever out there, the downside is a lot of these are young kids that purchase these probably at Safeway. They have no idea what political, as far as the politics are playing of bans and such. And so, that you just try to gain compliance in that route. So, and they're not illegal. So, we don't seize those. If they were illegal bottle rockets and firecrackers and such, we would absolutely seize those.